See you later, mate.
Bye.
Have a good day at school. Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. I'm on the school run this morning, just dropping off my little cousin Matthew. His parents are away. Normally he walks to school, but it's raining today, so I said I would take him in the car. It's raining. I was gonna try and get through this vlog without mentioning the weather, and I just did. So I've already failed. Damn it. You know what, I think it's time. So if you're new to the vlog, previously I had soundboards, hold on. I had these stuck on the wall like this, however I decided that I didn't want them anymore. I took them off, and because they were glued on, it left little bits of foam behind. So now it just looks like, a dirty wall. But we're gonna fix that today. Now I tried soap and water, but it just didn't work, so I'm gonna very, very lightly sandpaper it down. That's gonna take away all the paint, so I'm gonna sand it all down, quickly repaint it, and it should be good as new. The wall is already looking much better again. All we've got is a few patches where the paint has come off. I'll give it a quick coat of paint. I've not got any paint in the house at the minute. We're gonna have to go and get some later on, but first I need to do something a little bit more important. I have just done my vote, I've casted my vote, and I think aside from all the politics behind who you voted for, everyone should get out and vote. You know, we live in a country, we live in a democracy where your voice can be heard. You have a say in what happens within our countries. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you're voting for, just got to make sure you do vote. Right, dogs, come here, I've got an important question. I've got an important question. Who's going to win? Who's going to win the general election? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Is it going to be Jeremy Corbyn or is it going to be Theresa May? Do you not care? Do you not care? Dogs don't care. Just about to leave the office, but some of you may have remembered, like a month or two ago, I went down to London to do a photo shoot with Zwift, alright? So next time you go on to Zwift.com, just think to yourself, that picture, him, who's drinking out of his water bottle whilst riding on Zwift, that's me. Mum, I've made it. Pretty sure if Lexi did one more inch of rotation there, she would have done a backflip. She would have done a backflip. Are you having fun? What are you doing in the water? What are you doing in the water? No. Okay. You all know now that I don't like stopping at the cafe for a coffee stop mid-ride. Whenever I stop, I always like to do it at the end of the ride, but today's different. And that's because this evening I'm heading out on the chain gang. Normally I would train in the morning, however, because this week is a taper week, all I'm doing is the chain gang in the evening. I'm skipping the ride in the morning. So that's why I've stopped on my way out to the chain gang to grab a snack, grab some food to fuel me up before I start the Smash Fest in about an hour's time. And we are doing another practice run tonight of the team time trial, because the first stage for the 2-day on Saturday is a team time trial. So yeah, we just need to practice our formation and yeah, work out sort of timings. How long does each rider do on the front? 20, 30, 40-second turns. I think around 20-25 seconds is a good medium. You know, my thinking is it's better to do a harder, shorter turn than a longer, slightly slower turn. So yeah, that's what tonight's all about. I've got the GoPro on. Let's get into it. Okay, so I thought I was starting my GoPro at the start of the GoPro clips there as we were rolling out, but I was actually turning it off. I didn't realize my GoPro was already on, so I missed the whole of the team time trial, but I did get this, and this is the second half of the chain gang. After the climb, me and my teammate here, Frank, attacked up the climb, and we just went off on a 2-up time trial, and then the chain gang behind was chasing us. This is what I love about chain gangs. It's just a hard workout. You know, we're off here doing a bit of a race simulation, 2-up breakaway, time trial, whatever you want to call it. We're just off the front going hard, and we managed to stay away. But I thought the reason I would talk to you here is because I would give you a little bit of advice, a little bit of a tip when you're riding either in a team time trial or in a breakaway. Now, when after you take your turn and you pull off here, and you pull off, as I will be doing in a minute, you don't want to just completely back off the pedals straight away. And the reason you don't want to do this is because you will actually expend more energy. So when you pull off, I pull off here, let my teammate come through, and you notice how I'm not dropping back, instantly. I'm still putting a bit of pressure on the pedals. Now this is because when you come back into the slipstream, it's much easier to bring yourself back up to the speed of the rider in front and maintain that speed. So if I had pulled off there and just completely, freewheeled, I would have had to stand up and sprinted to get back onto this wheel, because we're shifting here. We're going, 25 mile an hour, and that sprint effort every time to get back onto the wheel will use a lot more energy than you will do if you just, keep applying a little bit of pressure and then sort of allowing yourself to slowly come back into the slipstream. And then we got held up by a bus here, but we still managed to stay away. We finished up with about a 45-second gap. So all in all, it was a good solid night. And I'll just skip ahead here. This 30 sign, this is the 200 meters to go. My teammate Frank sat on my wheel. Now I know he's not a sprinter, so he was just sat on my wheel. And then we always sprint to the welcome to Leyland sign. That's kind of like the finish line of the chain gang. So I just start to take up my sprint here, and just roll in. It's always a good bit of fun. So if you live in an area with a local fast weekly group ride chain gang, I really do encourage you to take part in it. And even if it's not every week, every other week, once every 3 weeks, it kind of makes a hard training session fun, if you can call it that. But anyway, that's going to be the end of today's video, and I know what you're all thinking. Cameron, who did you vote for in the general election? I voted for